Wow, everyone, look at that dip in Bitcoin. It's John. I'm on my news desk and prop trading desk today. Today's December 19th, 2024. Got a lot of exciting news to talk about. I bought the dip yesterday at 1800 hours, on Bitcoin. You can see here the dippy dip down here into the demand zone. Look at the supply zone, right? Market pivots here and then goes at the meridian here at the demand zone. So I had limit GTC orders to purchase here, and then we get a purchase signal afterwards, and then it pumps afterwards. So just a lot of exciting news to talk about. First, the little legal disclaimer type of thing, informational purpose only, not financial advice, etc. Read the risk disclosure, thanks. So look at this, right? So you see how it goes from the supply zone, Bitcoin, and then it dips, and goes into the demand zone. That's exciting times to see. I dollar cost averaged Bitcoin yesterday and then also bought the dip. So I combined together both, the dollar cost averaging and then also setting the pivot points. So here, I only like to purchase Bitcoin. I don't try to buy low and then sell high. I like to always, place my pivot point trades and then be able to provide liquidity as a liquidity provider in this area when it's in the middle of the meridian here of the demand zone. So that's exciting news, with this. So let's take a look. Again, today is Thursday, December 19, 2024. Please give my videos a like and a share. Trying a new format here where we just videotape this, the screen type of thing. And we'll look at a lot of different news today in the geopolitical front, and then I'll also give you the new pivot point number for Bitcoin. So Jesse Livermore said it best, whenever I had the patience to wait for the pivot point, I always made money in my speculations. So I follow the pivot points. So today's pivot point number is on the cheat sheet for Bitcoin. I'll bring this into the screen here. Look at this. Here, I'll show you this. The new pivot point number, on the 19th of December for today is 102,652 spot 94. So I had my purchase this morning at 98,835 on the dippy dip, and I still have limit orders to purchase, here at the second support level and at the third support level. But I did get a fill here at 98,835, so Bitcoin's now trading at 102. So that was, 1,000, 1,500 point pump off of the support that I was able to get a fill. So Livermore was always aware of the pivot point. So right now Bitcoin is less than the pivot point. So it wants to, retest the support here, and here at these levels. So pivot point number is important. I go over those every day and look at geopolitical news and then socioeconomic news. Again, here's a chart. Bitcoin, retraces back from the supply zone, goes into the meridian here. I bought the dip here at the pivot point, and then right afterwards, I always purchase almost all the time the pivot point here, and then the purchase signal comes in. I was asleep this morning, but I would have added to that position at the buy signal here. I'll put the links in below for this video. It's great. It's on Forex Education Live website. And so right here, I would add to it, and then look, it pumps from like 101,000 to 102,000. So it's another extra, from 98,000 purchase at pivot point. Then I would have added here. I was asleep again, and then it goes from 98 to 101, 102,000. So that's a nice trading range. And I get this all the time. So I don't go all in the market at one time. I don't sit in cash, and then I don't exit. So my average cost basis now on Bitcoin is about 64,000. And so we had the big temper tantrum yesterday in the stock market. If you stay with me to the end, I give you a bonus, which is my trading plan. It's not financial advice. Let's look at the news headlines real quick. Some of them aren't PC, so it's difficult to talk about such, but CBS News is reporting government shutdown looms after House conservatives revolt over GOP-backed deal. Let's see, what else can we talk? Putin ducks questions on retaking Kursk instead of Russia making progress. And so now there's major, Axios is reporting major heartburn erupts over Mike Johnson's spending bill. So this is what we have on geopolitical news. So some of the news, like you said, we can't report on, because it's not PC. Bitcoin's pumping right here. Look at 102,000. Again, I purchased the dippy dip at the pivot point. So let's look at the news that's being reported on bar chart. Again, not financial advice. It's about 9:08 in the morning. Stock market's going to open up about 20 minutes from now, but stocks climb, after the taper tantrum yesterday, before the open, after the Fed-fueled sell-off yesterday. U.S. GDP data is on deck, and then also Nike earnings is on tap. So U.S. applications for unemployment benefits come back down after last week's big rise. The U.S. economy grows at 3.1%, third quarter, an upgrade from previous estimates. Israeli airstrikes hit Yemen's rebel-held capital and port city after Houthi scenario, okay? So we kind of look at this, grinder keeps climbing. So we're looking at the news stories here on bar chart real quick. All right, so let's look at the major market overview. S&P mini E-futures are up 39 points. NASDAQ up 120 points. This is all pre-market. The Dow futures up about 300 points. The VIX had a big pump yesterday. The VIX is now at 18.88. The Dixie, the US dollar, at 107.730. The 10-year, the yield on the 10-year at 108.250. Crude oil at $70.41. So let's look at this. Gold is off again at 26.11. Silver at 29.50. So this is what's being reported. Now the stock market leaders, man, Tesla is active, off about 8% yesterday. NVIDIA active. MicroStrategy took the dippy dip yesterday, off about 10%. Micron Technologies had news on it. The stock Nucleus, NUKK, looks like it's up about 300%. Qubit, quantum computing. I've been talking about quantum chips and the new computer chips that are being produced in systems on the quantum computing system with qubits. Palantir is off about 4%, Broadcom off about 7%, Amazon off about 5%. So this is the news being reported on bar chart. So let's take a look at the news. Here's a chart again for Bitcoin Live, changing wallets at 102.216. So let's see what's news here on Yahoo Finance. Why Powell says inflation is still on track. So Fed Chair Powell, FOMC, tried to make sense of a contradictory story and conflicting data, delivering a final watchword. So tapering tantrum, stock futures point to rebound from Fed-fueled rout yesterday. The Fed is already thinking about life under President Trump. Just got a few days remaining until President Trump is installed into office here in January. Robinhood, wow, Robinhood's profit surge propels it back into the financial highlights and spotlight. I own shares in Robinhood. It's done really well. NVIDIA rebounds along with stocks, and news on NVIDIA. Google's doing great. Tesla talks with the city of Austin on autonomous vehicles. Nike earnings, we got to watch Nike, today. Crypto hacks still transpiring, 2.2 billion. It was better year for Bidenomics than for Biden. Accenture stock rises after beating the street. So U.S. weekly job claims fall more than expected. U.S. economy grows. CarMax gets a pump on better sales. So this is what's being reported on Yahoo Finance. You know, stocks like Rigetti Computer, �HUD 8, Western Alliance, these stocks have been active. Bitcoin, again, changing wallets, a nice pump. Top gainers, I mean, Quantum Computer did amazing. The merger news with Nissan, with Honda, and SoundHound, and Jabil Circuits. You know, and TeraWulf was off. Stock symbol Wolf, WUF, WULF, and Riot Platforms. So this is the news. Daily gainers, daily losers, you know, what we're looking at here today. Now, let's take a look. Yesterday, and I'll go over my trading plan for today. Again, not financial advice. I bought the dippy dip at MOC yesterday, market on close, for the blockchain ETFs. They were off 10%. BKCH and Block, BLK was off. BLOK was off about 7%, so I purchased both yesterday at the close, off 10 and then 7%. So that's my plan today is, you know, I bought the dip yesterday at the pivot point again on Bitcoin down here in the demand zone. I will dollar cost average. I dollar cost average Bitcoin every day, so this is my trading plan. I bought the dip in the S&P 500 yesterday on a dollar cost average. You know, I had sold most of my position in SPY about 2.5 weeks ago, and now I'll continue to dollar cost average it, and then I'll dollar cost average BKCH, the blockchain ETFs, every Monday at a 7-to-1 ratio. So that's my plan. I got limited orders to sell some Bitcoin, you know, up in this range here at about 103, 104 in the supply zone. So I provided liquidity this morning, you know, at 98,000. I missed this trade, and then look, nice trade afterwards, and it pumps and goes up into close to the supply zone. So that's all I have for today, running about 12 minutes. You know, the trend's my friend, you know, so everyone have a super great day. Always trade in the direction of the trend, reset my pivot points. You know, Bitcoin's looking great, you know, and I always, you know, own, you can hear it, I always keep these near me, the precious metals. So whenever the stock market routes, you know, I always own some of this, you know, the silver bullion. You know, I've talked about how SD bullion is great, you know, so, you know, I take profits out of markets, out of my speculations, and I always purchase, you know, precious metals with it to build a foundation of such as a hedge. I don't trade on the margin, and I don't use stop orders. So this here, precious metals, this is my stop order right here by owning tangible assets. So that's all I have for today. Great day, everyone. You know, let's get ready for the stock market open here in about 15 minutes. And everyone, always remember that the trend is your friend. It's John on my news desk and trading desk here. And have a great day, everyone. Thanks.